Do tweens need their own cell phones?
I chose technology because I found one article that I really liked that had two components with the driverless car. So with that article, I've stayed around there and thought, well, we'll go into cell phones, we'll go into digital assistants.
So do tweens need their own cell phones? Just let's hold up our cards. Should I buy my 8-year-old an iPhone?
No.
Which is what she asked Santa this year for Christmas.
No. Flip phone.
No.
Flip phone.
Just pick one up. Oh, but she loves Siri and how she listens. Oh, I see. So there's a yellow packet, and it has an article titled, "Do Kids Need Their Own Cell Phones?" So for this one, I'd like you to work in groups of 2. You'll have to join one side or the other. And same for you, Laura. You'll have to join one of those groups. That way we'll have groups of 3. All right. So use your close reading strategies. Go through there. And remember, if it is a pro, we underline. If it's a con, circle.
The objectives that I set for this lesson was to work on pro and con evidence to determine what the author is trying to tell the students. The lesson builds to a writing unit that would have them synthesize the material.
But parents are usually the ones buying the phones and paying the bills. Oh, that's neither.
With nonfiction text, it's important to be able to determine the evidence presented before you, to look through the facts and find things that support the claim. Being able to determine that this is my evidence, this is this point, not just me saying this is what I feel. Being able to support themselves in evidence will help them achieve their success. When you go into a new job, you have your policies, you have your manuals, you have things that you have to follow, and you cannot base it on this is just how I feel that we should do this, that this is based on I need to do it this way.
And like right here,
Okay, I'm not seeing
with
any
what Brandy and them were just
underlining.
I'm talking.
But that's our
I've completely got him convinced why cell phones are not okay. I mean, flip phones are okay. Prepaid cell phones are okay. But
we're going with the evidence that we have, and that's what we're going with. All right.
well, sorry, I was giving my opinion.
I know.
Hey, that's like what there's
Nothing wrong with your opinion. But for this assignment, we need to look on
What were
the
we
evidence.
underlining again?
Underline the pros. So,
Okay.
so reasons
Well,
for
what if
it.
I went for all cons already?
But that's all you see.
I've
That's
done
all.
pro and con.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's what me and Angie
Yeah,
did.
that's just like with this hour one.
I would go around and check and see who was underlining what, circling what, keep them on track, make sure that they are finding both pros and cons, that they are not getting caught up in, well, this is what I believe, and let's talk about this personal experience for a while. When we're talking about evidence, the importance of evidence is not what you think, what you feel, it's what you have in the document. So the occasional friendly reminder, this is wonderful, this is good, and I understand this, but what does the article say? What do you have in here that supports this argument?
I know my 3 kids, as long as they got Wi-Fi, they're in the house. You don't have to worry about them, like, being kidnapped or anything like that.
When you look on, underline the pros. So reasons for it.
Get those.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I didn't get those 2 that you got that I'm getting laying outside. It's a con because 8-year-olds, when we were little, all we did was play outside.
All right. On the left-hand side of your paper, there are 3 white sheets of paper. I want you to take 2. You have the one just in case you mess up. On one sheet, I want you to write evidence for a pro, and on the other sheet, I want you to write evidence for a con. Okay? You can pick whichever ones you want to. You discuss to your partner, so you're all writing different ones.
Does it have to be something that was in the paper?
Something, it is evidence, so it has to be written down. Off of that one, yes. We are doing the ones with cell phones. So a pro tween cell phone, a con tween cell phone. One of each? One of each. You have to do one pro and one con. And it's got to be textually supported.
Is it going to be for the blue paper and the yellow paper?
Just the yellow paper.
Yeah.
We're just focused on the yellow paper. And I know this is ironic, but neatness counts.
Oh, now we're going to have the master of handprint.
That's right. All right, one on each paper. That's why there's two. There you go.
There's three. I have three.
Yeah, I planned for it.
To me, the most challenging part of the switch to the CCR is the planning, the lesson planning, putting in words what I need to have in a solid lesson, what I need to reach the students. I need to make sure that there is complexity in what we go through. A few years ago, we began incorporating the standards into our lessons and into our materials. We did start to see great success with our students. It makes it easier in planning. We know how we're going to proceed. We know the standard that's supposed to happen next, what we should have covered before. We're not jumping around from one subject to the other. The first year that we started it, we had easily a 20% increase in the amount of level gains that we had.
I don't think the radiation is a worry. Maybe the cyberbullying.
Yeah, that and this. Playing outside and hanging out with friends. Being couch potatoes. Is what phones cause.
Find the one that speaks to my speech.
I don't know if I want to blame that on the phone.
So I want you to take these and ball them up. Ball one up and ball the other one up. Once we see everyone has both of them already. We are going to have a snowball fight. Wait, we will count down. Well, I won't throw mine because there's nothing on them. But the goal is to share your ideals with other people. So feel free to pick some up and throw them back. Okay? We'll count down from 3, 2, 1.
Are we supposed to line up with this?
So everyone needs to make sure that they have 2 snowballs. If someone has extra, they can share it with.
Here, I have one.
I have one here.
No,
Everyone got 2?
you have mine.
There you go. Who doesn't have 2? Okay, send it over here.
Goodness, apparently we were the popular table to throw at.
Does everyone have 2? So what we have is a bunch of evidence. Go ahead and open it up and look what someone else wrote. One of the things that we need to do is organize this. Now I noticed some people wrote pro, some people wrote con, but not everyone did. We'll see how that goes. Well, that went too far.
I got 2 pros. Same ones. Keep in touch with family and friends.
So what we're going to do is take the evidence that we have and group it into a graphic organizer. This is just a simple T-chart. One side's pro, one side's con. So each group will share slowly enough for me to type, and we'll fill this out together. So we'll start with DJ. Look at your articles, and one of those, and if it says it's a pro or a con, so that makes it a little easier. Read it and see if you think that is a con, and if it is, you can say, well, this is what I'd like to have as a con.
Plugged in kids are missing out on other activities.
What's that word again?
Plugged.
Plugged in kids are missing out on other activities.
So is that a con? All right, so plugged in kids missing out on
other activities.
All right. Warren.
You want a pro?
If you want to share a pro.
Staying connected with their family and friends and emergencies.
I'm going to shorten that.
Okay, that's fine.
Connected during emergencies.
You're free to, you can do whatever you want to it.
Okay. Laura, you going to share?
I got a con, the risk of cyberbullying.
How many people have cyberbullying as one of the cons they got? So that's one of the most popular ones.
That's the way I look at it. If you're gonna get cyberbullied, you're going to whether you have a cell phone or not.
Do you want to share one of your pros or cons?
Mine says not getting enough exercise.
Okay, would that be a pro or a con?
A con.
Con. Brandy.
I actually she just said that they would be cyberbullied whether they have a phone or not. I'm curious as to, well, I kind of have a statement for it.
Is it based on the evidence in the article? If it's not, we'll just have to put a pin in it, save it for later.
I guess not.
Okay, so what evidence do you have?
Evidence that parents can keep in touch with their children in case of emergencies.
So stay connected during an emergency.
Yeah, and it says help kids be more responsible, which I disagree.
Okay. So would that be a pro?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
It's a pro, but it's a lie.
Yes.
Is it supported by the evidence?
Yeah. So it says.
That's what it says. Jeremy?
Mine says can't contact friends and family.
Okay. So now, pro or con?
Pro.
Pro.
Yeah.
Pro that you can't get up with your family?
Can.
That you can get up with your
Yeah.
family. Okay. So who has one that they just would love to see up here? Something that you didn't come up with when you read through it? Something that looks that you're like, oh, I didn't see this. It's not circled or underlined on my paper.
It's bad for concentration.
Concentration, radiation. All cons?
Yes.
Yes.
No longer playing outside.
Phones causes no communication face to face anymore, and they just want to do it over.
I'm seeing an awful lot of cons. An awful lot of cons. I know for every con there's a pro. So is there a pro that's not up here that someone wants to share? If you don't see it on your paper, is it one that you might have in your, that you underlined in your packet?
Some of the cell phones can be designed with settings to protect your child, I guess, from.
Okay.
That is a pro.
So that's a pro. We'll put that as what? Protection?
Yep.
We still have more.
It says most cell phone companies design models especially for kids.
That's a
So
pro.
if it's something like what Warren brought up, is this especially for them? Something
Yeah,
that they
so it's a
can use?
pro.
It was a kid's phone. Did the discussion change anyone's mind? Does anyone want to switch from a green to a red or from a red to a green?
No. I'm
Or
still
everything?
con.
Still con.
I'm still con.
Still con.
Yeah.
You all are welcome to hang around after and have a discussion. It should be fun.
Purple paper, Donnie.
Purple paper.
Purple paper.
Cars. Do we oppose cars or do we embrace it? Or do we go on with the next steps? So the idea of self-driving cars, a driverless car the vehicle that takes you from point A to point B, but it's just going to do it all by itself. How much are we going to blindly trust technology?
For someone approaching this for the first time, I would advise not to fight it. If you embrace it and accept it into your planning and your instructions, then the students get success. They are going to make level gains. They are going to learn in an expedited way. You will have success with your students.